See, I get smoked, nigga.
Work, nigga. Gang, B-I-B-O,
One double O, B-ball. Big B-ball on them gang shit, you know, rocky nigga. Became my blunt, bitch.
You're watching the master at work.
Smoke 'em like a PK, that's CG. On the race, still smoke on your old.
Hey yo, what up squad? Welcome back to HOODROK Entertainment, the realest, illest, dopest, and most active reaction channel on YouTube. Yo, we're back with some Jordan, the real GOAT. We back with the GOAT, bro. Hell yeah. And yo, you can't even argue with me about that. No, LeBron's the GOAT. No, he's not, bro. Notice 90% of the people that say that are people that never got to watch Jordan play live on television or anything. The only people that say that LeBron is the GOAT are people that grew up watching LeBron, but they didn't grow up watching Jordan. You ask any person who had the privilege of watching Jordan and watching LeBron, and I guarantee you, 99.9% of them will say, they'll tell you, bro, Jordan was the better basketball player. The stats don't lie, and watching him don't lie. You know what I'm saying? My eyes don't lie, bro. So yo, if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome over, bro. Where you been? Where have you been? I've been tapped in for a minute. So, yo, go check out other reactions that I've done, like, you know, the Historic Bulls mixtape, you know, the GOAT debate and all that stuff, bro. I've done Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all of that, you know what I mean? So go check them out. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about Jordan, bro? What can you say? Nothing. All you need to say is Michael Jordan, and the rest, yo, the rest you should already know, bro. So anyway, if you got something to smoke, blaze up with your boy. Light that up. You know how we do it on this side. So yo, this is a 19-minute video, so we're just gonna get into it, bro. This is asking the 30 greatest NBA players their thoughts on Michael Jordan. Let's see what they gotta say, man.
Welcome to a new episode in the 23-part collection. This is 23 Michael Jordan videos in 23 days. Today we have a very interesting one. I was watching a video the other week and it was Jimmy High Roller's Pyramid of NBA Greats. I thought to myself, what do all these NBA greats think of Michael Jordan, who is the greatest? It got me thinking and I produced this video with all the plays that you see on screen and their thoughts on Michael Jordan. This video took a while to edit, so I really hope you do enjoy it. I would really appreciate if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and hit that notification button so you are notified.
Hit that like button on this one too, bro.
There's a playlist on the top right of your screen that has all the MJ videos that we've done so far in the collection and in the description box down below. And all the footage that is used in this video is also featured on the screen and in the description box as well, so be sure to check them out in their entirities. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Let's get it.
From time to time, we've heard Michael's own thoughts on his exploits, but now we'd like to get the viewpoints of some of the all-time greats of the NBA.
A hot topic of conversation always in the media is legacy, right? Players' legacy. You're having a great season. You're having one of the best postseasons ever. 13 games with at least 30 points, and some are comparing you to Michael Jordan and saying how this could really positively affect your legacy, right? Is legacy as it's portrayed by the media?
Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan's legacy, bro. Untouchable. Michael Jordan's legacy is untouchable, bro. How can you? Like in the GOAT debate, like he says in the GOAT debate, how can you surpass someone who helped turn Nike into an empire, bro? Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
Important to you?
I mean, I've never been, you know, one of those guys that, you know, growing up in high school, getting all the media and the college media, so I don't really think my legacy is gonna ever reach the potentials of Michael Jordan.
And I know you said before you can't predict the future.
Yes.
But
Michael Jordan had 4 straight 40-point games against the Suns in the NBA Finals.
I'm not Michael Jordan.
Is that in jeopardy?
I ain't Michael Jordan.
I'm not Michael Jordan. 40 points in a straight 2.
4 in a row.
Yeah, I've never. No, I'm not Michael Jordan.
If there was one area of weakness people thought was a weakness, Michael Jordan was his outside shooting. And Michael, he went one step beyond. He even improved his 3-point shooting, and now
Facts. Didn't he shoot, what was it in that game? 6 3-point shots in a row? Or was it 8? 6 or 8 or something like that, or something ridiculous, bro. Like, come on, bro. See, now to question any part of Michael Jordan's game, stupid, bro. Especially when you're the opposition, and especially if it's in like a, you know what I mean, a media context, bro. You don't want to do that because you're force someone like Michael Jordan, who's a supreme athlete, bro. Now let me explain, right? A supreme athlete is someone who will work on the flaws that people point out. If you point out a flaw in his game, I can guarantee you next time you run into that dude, bro, that's gone. He's eyeing that crease out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan's one of those dudes, bro. If you point out a weakness in Jordan's game, you can guarantee next time you run into him, bro, that weakness is gone. You can try and exploit it all you like. It won't work, bro. Trust me.
he's a pretty proficient shooter
Supreme
from the
athlete.
front line. It's just impossible to defend him.
Michael seems to be a different type of player. I've never seen anyone come to a jump stop, split the defense. He just seems to find holes in the defense, and I've never seen anyone like him. I think he's the best.
Chuck Daly said to me, he said, Charles, can I talk to you a second? I said, yeah, Chuck, anything. He said, you're the second best basketball player in the world. I said, who bet me? He said,
no disrespect to Charles, but you weren't even the second best player back then, bro. You know what I mean? Well, that's my own opinion, bro. I don't think, you know what I mean? Charles Barkley was the second best player during that era that I think he's about to talk about, right? He's got to think, players back then, there were players like Sean Kemp. Like, he was off the chain, bro. Like, Sean Kemp was fire. Do you know what I mean? Penny Hardaway, shit like that. Like, he was dope. And then there were other names that people forget about that are not talked about much. You know what I mean? Like Damon Stoudemire, Jerry Stackhouse, you know, cats like that from back in the day. That were pretty dope, bro. But yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, Charles Barkley was definitely in the top 5 back in those days. You know, yeah, people like Patrick Ewing, cats like that, Shaq. You know what I mean? Shaquille O'Neal.
that motherfucker right there. I said, you're right about that.
It's Scottie Pippen.
I said,
no, it's Scottie Pippen.
And I've said this many times, that's the best compliment I've ever gotten from somebody.
Respect though.
Listen, Michael's the best I've ever seen. I played against Michael a lot. We came to the NBA together. So I played against him. I was in the NBA for 16 years. I think he played 12 or 13, retired early and blah, blah, blah. But
when I got to Phoenix, I told those guys the first day, I said, guys, we're going to the finals. We're going to play that motherfucker from Chicago. I said, I'm sick of people telling me he's better than me. I just didn't have no help in Philly. Yeah. And I said, we're going to play them in the championship. And we got there and they beat it. And that was the first time I ever said in my life, damn, I think there's somebody better than me at basketball.
That's the first time in your life?
In my whole life. But when Chuck gave me that compliment, it meant a great deal to me.
Talk your shit. Hey, talk your shit, Charles, but that's humble, bro. Cause you know, when you're think about it like this, bro. When you're an athlete of this magnitude, bro, you have the mindset like a boxer, right? Like most boxers believe, I'm the best boxer in the world. There's no one better than me. Even if you're number 10 in the rankings, you still have that confidence and that belief that you're destined to be the greatest, right? So, word up for thinking that shit. But yo, when you run up against someone like Jordan, you soon realize you were wrong, bro. You might not be the greatest at all, bro. You know what I mean? No matter how hard you try, bro.
All the way to the hoop for the dunk.
Ah, damn.
Michael Jordan, I want to go say hi to Michael, right?
Look at that vertical, bro. Look at this.
All the way to the hoop for the dunk.
Look at that shit. I ain't never seen Braun do nothing like this, bro. I ain't never seen him hit angles like that, bro.
Jordan, I want to go say hi to Michael, right? I go up and shake his hand. He says, I'm going to dunk on you, big fella. And I was thinking, what? You know, this guy didn't even know me. I was like, where did that come from? So I'm like, if you even come close to the basketball, I'm going to take you out of the air.
Yo,
like,
and he was dope too.
All the other big fellas, and you're next. You know, that was kind of my welcome to the NBA moment.
Now, bro, David Robinson was another dope player back in the day too. You know what I mean? The centers back then, like, you know, the centers back then, you know, hey, what's his name? Stockton, John Stockton. Like, so you remember, like, you know, you had back in the days, like Alonzo Mourning, you know, you had Dikembe Mutombo, you had some good centers and shit back then, bro.
Great respect for Michael, and I think we're friends. I mean, at least for my part, we're friends, and I don't just want to sit there and go, Michael, you're wonderful. I mean, even though I feel that way, he is. It just isn't my way. You only stroke a guy so much. He's a great player. Anybody that asks me, I'll tell him. He's in maybe the top player of all time. I mean, I hold him in that kind of regard, but it doesn't mean I need to sit around there and tell him about it all the time. Or tell everybody about it all the time.
Facts, though. That's facts, though. Because you're an athlete yourself, bro. You don't want to sit there and tell someone constantly, oh, you're the best, bro. You're so good, bro. Because, yo, so am I, bro. I'm good too, bro. You know what I mean? But, yo, that's dope.
Well, I've been checking him for 7 years behind the curtain in practice, so it was kind of tough because I didn't want him to embarrass me out on the court. But, you know, Michael's one of the greatest players that ever played the game, and it's tough to shut him down. And I realized that throughout my career I had a lot.
Yo, and that's dope too, because you got to think, bro. You train with Michael more than other individual players in the NBA play against him. Right? You spend more time playing against Jordan than anyone if you're in his team. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember one more thing about Jordan was he played at practice just like he did in the game, bro. Like there no ifs given, bro. You know what I mean? He didn't give a if, bro. He was like it's the way he was. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if Jordan bettered your game and stuff, I think Scotty was right up there too, bro. I think he may have been at one point the second best player in the world, bro. You know what I mean?
A lot of fun with him, and I really appreciate him. On the other hand, I think the fans here really appreciate the great enthusiasm that Michael has brought to the game of basketball, and especially to Chicago Stadium.
Well, the thing that amazes me about Michael Jordan and about I think the rest of the players in the league is his stamina and his endurance. The thing that I wasn't able to
Thomas.
do.
Now, bro, ever since that little block out that this dude orchestrated back in the day, you remember that shit? When he told everyone in the team, shit, don't pass it to Jordan, don't pass it to Jordan. And Jordan must have only scored something like 12 points that whole game. Remember that? Ever since Jordan got his revenge the next year, and you know, and he says to the coaches and shit, I won't play if Thomas is on the team. I'm not playing. So Thomas didn't get picked. So Jordan got picked. I think ever since then, this dude's been humble as hell, bro. Ever since then, he has had nothing but good shit to say about Jordan. You know what I mean?
The thing that
he gonna put in his place,
able
bro.
to do. We succumbed to injuries. We didn't have the type of stamina, the type of energy level that Michael seems to possess every single night, whether he's playing against the worst team in the league or the best team in the league. He has an energy level that's unmatched by any other player or any other athlete that I've seen in professional sports. His energy level is so much greater than ours, it seems, that night in, night out, he's there performing at a level that we
Now, that's an accolade and a half, bro. I don't like posing it on ugly faces. I don't like posing it on other people when they've got ugly faces going on, right? But, yo, that's an accolade, right? So, like, when you can say, not only am I better than everyone else, bro, not only do I have a better skill set, not only am I better at the sport, but I'm more I have a bigger drive. I have more of the killer instinct. I have, you know, I have more of everything else. All the extras. You know what I mean? I got everything it takes to be an NBA player, but I got all the extras as well. Not only do I have all the extras, I have them more than anyone else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when you know, bro, you can't F with me, bro. Like, you can't mess with someone like that. How do you go out there and play against someone like that? Someone who is the most skillful on the court. You know what I mean? They're the most skillful. They're just overall a better player. Not only that, they have a bigger motor than you. You know what I mean? And their mental ability, their mental, the drive, the mentality to win and shit, bro, is just even more intense. How do you stop something like that? That's juggernaut shit, you know what I mean?
Night, healthy and trying to three-peat, and Magic and I succumbed to injury.
High praise, that's for sure, Isaiah. I come from a Jordan era. I am biased, and I'm going to be a bias to the day I pass away. Michael Jordan will be my GOAT. I always loved you. I love you even more. No, he would be my GOAT, but that doesn't mean I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. LeBron is amazing, but Michael Jordan is my GOAT. I play basketball because of Michael Jordan.
Well, that's facts, bro. LeBron is an amazing player, bro. Amazing. If I was going to make me up a team, if someone came up to me and said, you can make up a team to save the world, bro. Like, we're about to play against, some Space Jam type shit. You know what I mean? We're about to play against the aliens to come take over. We need to pick a team. LeBron's in the team, bro. There's only two people that I don't need to think about, and they're in the team. That's LeBron. Hey, and if we could bring back, rest in peace, bro, the Black Mamba, he'd be in the team too. Like, you know what I mean? There's three of my players already there. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Done. And then, obviously the other two spaces you need to think a bit more about, but those three spots already gone, bro.
Jordan has done, the blueprint that he has laid is incredible, and it's amazing. And I'm thankful for it because I'm able to take a little bit of that and go do my own thing.
It was 97 when he was in Minnesota, and Flip had switched and put me on Michael Jordan. One of the greatest, probably ever touched the ball. And we was on the right side of the court, and I counted his dribbles. I was able to catch his dribbles, 1, 2, come back, cross over. He crossed it back over, 1, 2. When he crossed it back over, I stole it. Give me this. Very next play down. We go down, score. The very next play, they call it the very next play. This is no sauce. I count the dribbles. 1, 2, come across. When I blinked, he was gone. I turned around, he was dunking the ball, giving somebody dap, and halfway down the court. That fast. That's not new. Michael Jordan wasn't human.
I grew up in the 90s.
I say that too. You go watch any of my reactions on Michael Jordan. I'm sitting there saying, bro, he was from a whole nother planet. That same planet, they're like players like Lionel Messi. He come from the same planet. They're of the same species. You know what I mean? People like that, bro. Ali and shit. I'm like, bro, y'all from the same planet, bro. Mayweather. Man, come on, bro. Rafael Nadal, all those kinds of cats. I'm like, bro, y'all from this y'all out the gate. You know what I mean? Y'all on some whole nother planet type shit.
All the time.
Growing up in the 90s, Michael Jordan
will always be the GOAT. Always. I don't care who comes along. I was a huge fan, and to put us in that category, I would never even go near that.
Michael Jordan used to always say that you was his favorite player and you was the one he always looked to. When you used to see him play, did you see the similarities?
My particular style of play was really rooted in solid fundamental approach to it.
Dr. J was the man. Like, come on, bro. The inventor of the over under layup, the under the hoop reverse layup, bro. Come on, the shit that he did
playing the game, And with one exception, when handling the ball, you know, I always would look for daylight, you know, wherever there was daylight. And sometimes, you know, there'd only be a little bit of daylight, like between two players, and find a way to get the ball between there and your body through there.
In the palm of the ball, or, you know what I'm saying, the dunk style and stuff like that. Did you see the similarities of seeing that he was watching you?
You know, I would always see daylight. And maybe I could see daylight that a lot of other players couldn't see. And I see a lot of extraordinary players today, Jordan and Drexler and what have you. They see daylight where other players don't see that.
And it was funny because I remember he came down and he dunked on like a whole team. And then I went down and dunked on his team. So whatever, I was looking at him, he was looking at me. And he was like, I could do it again, you know. I said, all right, well, I only get one shot at it. You know, I made it. So,
right.
But it was fun. And you know, those years when we overlapped, I caught him before he really hit his stride. You know, I mean, I always liked him, and I always felt that he had a lot of respect, he had a lot of admiration, and, you know, he was going to carry the torch.
Yeah.
And he certainly desired to do it. Did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
He did a hell of a job, yeah.
You obviously got to play against Michael a lot on the court. What was it about him that made him so special?
Determination, man, to win and be
Fact.
great.
So what did I say?
You could see it in, you know, I remember back when Mike's first year in pros, you know, he's just a great guy, man. You know, he got the attitude for be a great guy, determination and the pride, you know, to be great.
So when I say the name Michael Jordan, what comes to mind?
Michael.
Who's this?
Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Oh, Karl Malone. Utah Jazz, bro. Shit. John Stockton and shit.
Well, what else I need to say? He was playing
Chicago
in Salt Lake. They switched and put John Stockton on it. And
I hear it.
he turned around and dunked on Stockton. So some guy got up and almost followed him down the sideline and said, hey, Jordan, pick on somebody your own size. Next time down the floor, he dunked on Mel Turpin. And went over and looked at the guy and said, was he big enough?
Who was your favorite five over the years, over the history?
You know, the total NBA?
Yeah, the total NBA. From when you played to now, who was your favorite five? Not your top five, but just your favorite five.
Well, I'm going to say Jordan. You know, it's difficult in different ages and whatnot to say this guy was better than this player or that player.
Yeah. Just give everybody their respect.
But it's going to happen. You know, I think it's great for the fans to say the players of this age are greater than anything else that ever played, which is all right.
I really like Michael Jordan, and he and I are friendly. This guy has done more spectacular things than any basketball player I've ever seen.
I agree.
I mean,
that's Jerry. That is saying a lot.
I agree.
he just stands apart from every player I've ever seen.
That speaks volumes.
And the thing that people don't realize is some of the stuff he could do.
Bro,
I don't think there's any flaw in it.
Here's a couple of things, right? People will try and compare LeBron. I think LeBron's past the point now where he can even catch Jordan. Even if he does catch Jordan, you need to remember a couple of things, bro. You got to take other things into account, not just numbers, right? You need to take into account the fact that Jordan didn't just win 6 titles. He won 6 in 6. If he took 2 years off, but he himself as an individual, he played 6 finals, and all 6 of them in a row, he won, bro. All 6. Even though he took 2 years off, you got to think, 6 basketball finals he played in a row in his own individual way. 6 finals he played in a row, 6 he won, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, it doesn't even matter if LeBron wins 6. You did that over all these different years, bro. Jordan did this bang, 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 bang. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different, bro. You might win 6, you might win the same, but you didn't do it the same, bro. You might win those that same, but how long did it take you to stack those up? Jordan did his in nearly half of his career. Do you know what I mean? He played 13 years. He won 6 titles, bro. Like, let's not play, bro. Come on. You I don't think you can compare. And then you've got the fact that, bro, he did this shit in the 90s and in the early 2000s, and you gotta think, bro, the technology is different. All the stuff you've got to recover after a game now, all the different types of diets, all the different types of gym equipment, all the different types of stuff that you can do to recover now is insane, bro. The types of footwear you even wear, it's different. You know what I mean? You can't even compare, bro. Like, you've gone past that point now. You can't, there's no way you're going to beat Jordan's shit. I don't care how long you play for or how much titles you win. It's about how you win around and do it. You know, it's about how you go about doing it. And I just think that you just can't compare, bro. Like, the rules have changed. Yeah, the rules have changed. The rules have changed in the favor of the attacking basketball players, bro. People like LeBron and that. Of course, the rules have changed. Now, shit, you can't even breathe on that dude. You can't even breathe on anyone who's driving it to the hoop now, bro. You can't even breathe on nobody in the paint. Do you know what I mean? Where back in the days, they were pretty much clotheslining your ass. Like, there's a difference, bro.
This guy's game. He's the best defensive player in the league, in my opinion. He's the best competitor in the league, in my opinion. He's by far the best offensive player, in my opinion. He's the best clutch player in the game. He's got the whole package, and his skill level, on top of that enormous physical package, really sets him apart from the other players. He was the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
He was the best offensive player.
Right.
And his athleticism, he was in Carolina, and they were running, I forget, 100 or 40-yard dash. Mm-hmm. He ran at some spectacular time. Wow. And one of the coaches said something to him differently. And he said, oh, I can do better than that. Wow. He went out at 0.2 of a second faster. Wow.
The legend of Michael Jordan just get told every single day. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a Michael Jordan story being told by somebody on earth right now.
You know, he was the standard. He was what you strive to be as a basketball player.
To, you know, have so many stories and just know what he brought to the game and know how much he changed the game, and then to have him walk in and just to see that in form, it's just like, damn, it's captivating, you know? He's just a polarizing figure. He's built himself up to that point. It's like he's almost 60 years old, and we still view him as the best player in basketball, you know? So,
yo, we reacted to that video where Jordan came out of retirement. Well, he didn't come out of retirement, but he came down to training as a 50-something-year-old, bro. And yo, someone had been bad-mouthing him and talking some smack about him. Said he rocked on up to training, to Bulls practice, had a one-on-one with the dude and just destroyed him. You know what I mean? Hey, and then he proceeds to say, yo, look around. Look around, what do you see? And you know, they look around, you got all the championship banners on the walls, and he's like, you had nothing to do with that, bro. You had nothing to do with that.
He went on a historic run that'll never be matched by anybody in the sport.
But to see how he led by example every night was the same. You know, he dominated. And that's just simply the best leadership quality, to go out there and play the game as hard as you can, play to win, and play at that elite level, you know, and he was at that masterful level of you know, just his skills for the game, his IQ for the game, and his athleticism, it all combined at once and made just God-level player, in my opinion.
I love MJ. That's my guy.
How many times he been there? Six. How many times he won?
I know.
6. Like, listen.
I mean, everybody love MJ. As a fan, as somebody who just love.
How many times he been there? 6. How many times did he win them? 6. How many times of those were in a row? Well, 3, and 3 for the team, but for himself, 6. You know what I mean? Hey, and how many MVPs was that in the finals? 6.
You know, like creativity.
I need to say nothing else.
Especially in the way that you play the game, you could impact the game on both ends of the floor. And I'm sure you always felt like there was time for you to flip a switch and get things back under control. He's obviously He's the GOAT.
What if we could send Michael Jordan back to playing basketball with you in your prime?
Michael Jordan is one of those rare specimens that could have played at any particular time and is a gifted athlete who is using those gifts in basketball incredibly so.
I've been watching. We'll give you a couple talks soon, man. All right, be good.
What was going on in that conversation? Well, I just went over to say hello to him, and I was like everybody else. I meant all.
He has been the liaison between something that's not so good and making it great for all the rest. I think that almost every man in the NBA should give him 10%.
I loved seeing that clip, bro. I love seeing that clip. I love seeing how they felt with it.
It's great for all the rest. I think that almost every man in the NBA should give him 10% of their checks.
I have watched him a lot, and I know what a great player he is, but I've never really, I don't know, had a liking for him.
I was never a Bulls fan. I was never a...
What do you say?
I don't know, had a liking for him.
I was never a Bulls fan. I was never a...
Their checks.
I have watched him a lot, and I know what a great player he is, but I've never really, I don't know, had a liking for him.
I was never a Bulls fan. I was never a
I know how
Jordan fan.
good he plays, blah, 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 but I've never really had a liking for him.
Vibe with me.
What?
Listen, Jordan was the greatest in my opinion. And
is he the best to ever play the game?
Oh, yeah. All the shit you see on your poster, like he's doing it in real life. Like he came by me so fast one time, I was like, oh shit. Mike, yeah, I was terrified.
Any draft, with Michael Jordan in that draft, I'm very, very happy that I played that era because that was the golden era of basketball.
He'll laugh and smile with you, just like he did in shoot around with me. He'll smile, hug me. What's up, my boy? Yeah. He trying to soften you up. He gonna kill you. See, then he gonna smile and laugh with you after the game. See, Michael is like that. That's why you almost can't beat him. The only thing I can see that's a weakness to Michael Jordan is the fact that if he shows up and he just don't want to play and then only score 30 instead of 50.
Michael Jordan is not only the best basketball player, but he's the most exciting basketball player to ever play. We only dream about doing things that he can do.
And that's what made him Michael Jordan.
One similarity, I guess there are many, but one that strikes me between you and Michael Jordan, Larry, is that killer instinct, totally ruthless on the court. You had that, and Michael does too.
Facts. Larry was a killer, bro. Larry was a killer, bro. Dude, come on, bro.
If I saw an ice Bob compare me to Michael Jordan, probably the greatest player in the game. If I saw an ice Bob compare me to Michael Jordan, probably the greatest player in the game right now. I can tell you some things that happened in the games against us.
He's the one that gave him the name Black Jesus. What? He's the reason why they called him Black Jesus. It wasn't he the one that said, "Yo, that wasn't Michael Jordan out there. That was Jesus, or that was God." You know what I mean?
Turn that jump, and he still went. His knees almost hit me in the chin, and that's when I realized that this guy's pretty special for his jumping ability. But cat quick, he closed down a pass lane as fast as anybody ever seen, and just a phenomenal player.
The type of player that can go to another level anytime he wants to.
Michael was a great player, and I just tried to do the best I could against him.
Because it's one thing in watching him play, and then it's another thing in playing against him.
He's now in a postgraduate course.
Yeah, boy. Accelerated learning.
Bro. That is the only person that will ever come close to even anything looking like Michael Jordan, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's real talk with the Black Mamba, bro. Like, come on, bro. When you watched him play, he was like Jordan, but you knew there was something different, bro. You know what I mean? Jordan had that air time and the hang time and all that shit, but like, come on, bro.
All this.
Look at this.
I wanted to make sure my technique was just as flawless.
Been down a half court, and you wanted to know how, when I turn around on my jump shot, how to feel the defense. I told me you should feel the defense with your legs. Once you feel the defense with your legs, you can take advantage of that.
That was very inspiring.
That's one of the few guys that I would pay to watch play because he is so talented and so much fun to watch. And if they can get a couple more just good players with him, they'll be championship contenders.
As soon as he came into the league, he started leading the league in scoring.
And boom.
So I knew he could do it. And James Worthy said, watch this guy. He's gonna be something, and he was absolutely right.
Are you better than Jordan?
I'm not better than him, but I was at least as effective as he was.
You know, I wear the number because of Mike.
That's a good way to say it, bro. I've never heard anyone say it like that. I'm not, yo, that was cool, bro.
Are you better than Jordan?
I'm not better than him, but I was at least as effective as he.
That's cool, bro. I'm not better than Jordan, but I was as effective. Like, you know what I mean? I did what I was effective in the game enough to get my team to win and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
You know, I wear the number.
I contributed as much.
I think I fell in love with the game because of Mike. You know, when you're growing up and you're seeing Michael Jordan, it's almost like a god.
The way that he approached the game, the way that he led his troops when he went out on the court, and his never say die attitude, man, was something I always looked up to.
For my name to come up in a discussion with the greatest basketball player of all time, it was like wow. I did pretty much everything that MJ did when I was a kid. I shot fadeaways before I should have. I wore a leg sleeve on my leg and folded it down so you saw the red part. I wore black and red shoes with white socks. I wore short shorts so you could see my undershorts underneath. But I did everything Mike did, man. I wanted to be Mike. And so for my name to come up in any discussion with Michael Jordan, so it's just a wow factor. I don't really have nothing to say.
First of all, you're never going to say who's the greatest of all time.
Didn't you say you were the greatest?
That's more for PR and more for selling.
Didn't you say you was the greatest, nigga?
It's an unfair parallel. It's an unfair choice. This is one way you can judge the two. How much impact did each change or evolve the game?
That's far. That was far. That was a dope video. All the Michael Jordan videos are dope. So yo, hey, I hope you enjoyed that, bro. Hey, that was and they were legends. All those players, bro. You know what I mean? That was dope. That was dope. So yo, thanks for sending this in, bro. Keep sending them and keep dropping them in the comment section. Get at me on Instagram, get at me on Facebook. The links are in the description box, but make sure if you get at me on Instagram, make sure to follow me first. Excuse me. Otherwise, the messages just go to the message request, you know what I mean? And I hardly check that, so make sure you follow me and then message me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks for tapping in, bro. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and we out. Peace.